Here's a chord progression. Now, disclaimer, this is just my approach to writing a song inspired by Whirr. So I'm just gonna show you a way to sort of emulate their style using the tools at hand. Now, I'm gonna be doing everything in DAW, which means I'm not gonna be using any amps or any pedal effects or anything like that. Just whatever Ableton has to offer. Now, as far as drums, I am gonna be using MIDI drums, and I'm gonna be using a Hertz Instruments drum pack. I'm gonna show you the chord progression, and then I'm gonna program the drums, and then we'll add the other instruments after. And then, of course, at the very end, I will show you guys the final track. So you're gonna wanna stick around for this one. The chord progression from the song Leave goes from 4 to 6. Now, I'm gonna change it up and go from 6 to 4. The reason I do that is just because, like, we're already gonna be in the same key, and the drum beat's gonna be very similar. We're just gonna go with that approach. Here's a chord progression. Now, my go-to when it comes to shoegaze style music is I'll always play that sus2. And by doing that, I already heard a vocal melody or even a lead. And the lead played together with the root note sounds like this. And let's not forget our change. With our change, we're gonna go from 4 to 6. So we'll go 4 to 6, 4 to 1, and then 4 to 6, and then we'll do a turnaround out on 5, something like this. So now that we have an idea of the chord progression, I'm gonna go ahead and record this, and then we'll program the drums, and then we'll do bass, lead of course, and then we can go ahead and lay the vocals down.
Heavy eyes beneath the glowy sink where the daylight won't go. Floating, weightless.
Just loop this. Compression. Just tighten everything up. And I want it to sound a little bit more like lo-fi or just a little oversaturated. So what I can do is add a J37 stereo tape simulator. I'm gonna load mastering fat tighten open. Okay, then I'll start introducing the other instruments, and then we can sort of mix that down accordingly. Now this is all direct in, remember. I don't have any other effects. I didn't play out of an amp. This is just through Ableton, and I'm using my Focusrite Scarlett 2i8. Excuse me, 18i8. Whoops. Now what I can do with the guitars is I can group them since they're pretty much the same. But let's just start with one guitar. Just to hear how that sounds. Yeah, it doesn't sound good at all, actually. It sounds terrible going direct in, but I'm just going to use what we have. Let's just say we don't have any amps or any outboard effects. This is what I would do. Let's try some drive.
And then we could go ahead and pan left and then pan right. And let's add some reverb. Now I kind of feel like we lost the drum, so what we can do is, we could do smack attack, or we can do the mushroom pusher. Let's do mushroom pusher. And we can make it a little bit more punchy. Alright, that sounds cool. Now what we can do is, let's copy paste and we'll put this for the lead. And then we'll just make our adjustments. And I want some sort of like widener, so I always use my isotope. It's a vocal synth. And same thing what we did for guitar, I'm just going to do all of our adjustments on our group track.
Heavy ice beneath the glow, we sink where the daylight won't go. Heavy ice beneath the glow, we sink where the daylight won't go. Heavy ice beneath the glow, we sink where the daylight won't go. Heavy ice beneath the glow, we sink where the daylight won't go.
So that's what I'm going to do with this one. Right, so yeah, let's hear the final track from beginning to end.
Heavy ice beneath the glow, we sink where the daylight won't go. Fly away. Breathing in this quiet smoke, the fading winds will never speak.
Well, that's going to do it for today's video. If you guys found this one helpful, educational, and even entertaining, and you want to support me but you don't know how, just hit the thumbs up, share this video, leave a nice comment, and until the next one, I will see you guys in the next one.